Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to the Sophomore Drome. 2 albums will go in, only one will come out. What will it be this week? We've got 2 great bands that started in the 60s, the Kinks and the Who. As we do every week, the band that released first goes first. In this case, it's the Kinks. Their second album was released on the 5th of March 1965 in the United Kingdom by Pi Records. The original United States release, issued by Reprise on the 11th of August, omits 3 tracks and substitutes the singles Set Me Free and Everybody's Gonna Be Happy. After 2 weeks returning from the tour, Ray Davies and the band were not happy with the production. So who plays on here? Well, we got, of course, Ray Davies on lead vocals, electric rhythm guitars and piano on a couple of tracks. Dave Davies on guitars as well. On the bass, Pete Quaife. On the drums, Mick Abroy. Additionally, musicians Razor Davis on backing vocals, Bobby Graham, just a little bit, and unidentified girlfriends of the Kinks doing backing vocals. So the first track on here is Look For Me Baby. Great song. I love the drumming on here for Mick. It's brilliant for the time. And you got Razor Davis doing some backing vocals. Bit pretty is cool. Second track is called Get My Feet on the Ground. I don't mind this one at all. It's a quirky little 2-minute thing like most of the songs of this period. Quirky pop song. Great vocals. Super track. Nothing in the world can stop me from worrying about that girl. It's a jazzy feel to like some of Dave Davis's guitar work on this. Is absolutely dynamite. I think it's a really good track, a very underrated track as well. Then we've got Wonder Where My Baby Is Tonight. I like the tapping on the drum rims on this. I like tracks like that. You've got a lovely little bass line here from Pete. Excellent track. Nagging Woman. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek track, and that's what I like about the Kinks. It's tongue-in-cheek. This is really what, it's just part of our culture. Very funny track, and I do like that. Wonder Where My Baby Is Tonight. Another little quirky little number. Some nice guitar work on that. Pretty cool track. Then we get the classic Tired of Waiting For You. Love this guitar track. Love guitar track of Dave on that. Excellent. Then we get Dancing in the Street, which is the cover. It's not very good. It's the worst track on the album, in fact. Don't Ever Train, one of my favourite tracks by the Kinks. I think it's got a really nice guitar tone in it, and I think Ray Davies' vocals are really good. Come On Now. It's probably another of the weak tracks. It sounds too much like the Beatles. The Kinks didn't need to be the Beatles. So Long. Great little track this is. Harmonising. Wonderful. You Should Be Sad. Quirky. Some nice drumming on this one from Mick. It is really, really good. And then the last track is Something Better Beginning. Just a nice little tune to end the album. Nothing flashy, just keep it simple, and you've always got a good track. Now, I do like this album. I think the only track I don't like on it is Dancing in the Street. I think this is where the Kinks really started to get their groove, and I think this is a really solid album. So, is there people wrote about it? Well, there's not too much around, but Bruce Eder, in retrospective summary for All Music, wrote that the album was uneven, but that was was first rate and was also highly memorable and wasn't also not bad. I don't know what he's going on about. He also made the note that some of the maturing in Ray Davies' songwriting. It was released by Poe in the UK. So let's see how things. So Record Mirror gave it a 3 stars. In the charts, in the UK Melody Maker, it got to number 3. In the New Music Express best-selling LPs, number 2. Record Retailers, number 3. US Billboard 60. US Cashbox 54. US World Record Top 100 37. And the West German Music Hit Parade, number 12. So in Europe it did all right. The Americans couldn't cope with it because it wasn't the Beatles. Let's have a look at the nuts and bolts of this one. So, song quality. Yeah, the songs are a little bit mature, but I think it was on the next album that the songwriting really did start to shine. So, I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5. The production on this is pretty good for when it was made. I kept it very simple. You don't need to jazz it all up. So I'm going to give that a 4. Reception. I think, although it did quite well in the charts, fans liked it, so I'm going to give that a 4. Now, cover design. Yeah, it's not the best picture of them. They're not all looking at the camera, are they? Yeah, it's not. So do we really have to stand here and have our photo taken? So I'm going to give that a 3. So the grand total for Kinda Kinks by the Kinks is 14 out of 20. Okay, up next, The Who. Don't have to talk about The Who, legendary band. And we'll talk about their second album, released on the 9th of December 1966. A quick one. A version of the album was altered track listing under the name Happy Jack was released in the United States. Yeah, whatever. I just don't get why they did that. You know, release an album, just put it out wherever it is. So, don't have to tell you who's in the Who on this. I shall say it's Pete, John, and Keith and Roger. So the first track on here is Run, Run, Run. I love the harmonies in this. Yeah, it's a good track, good opening track. Nice guitars as well. Then we get Boris the Spider. I wouldn't say it's the best thing on the album, but it has got a cool bass line on it, I'll give it that. I Need You. Now, this is not a song credited to Keith Moon. It's alright. Don't expect anything spectacular. Then we have a Whiskey Man. This is a John Entwistle song. Really good. It's one of the best songs I think that John Entwistle's done. And the bass is terrific on it. It's a really good track. Then we have Heat Wave, which Martha and the Vandellas did. And to be quite honest, awful. Awful version of it. Don't like it. Then we have the instrumental Cobwebs and Strange. Brilliant instrumental. The Keith Moon's drumming on this is always fantastic. They were fine musicians. You can't deny that. Excellent track. Then we get Don't Look Away. A really good track. After all that sound, you know, like with the Beatles, this comes up. Excellent little track. See My Way. Solid track. I like Roger's vocals on this. It's a very, very good song. My favourite song on this album is Sad About Us. It's one of my favourite tracks by The Who. It's just an excellent poppy song. Then we have A Quick One While He's Away, a bit of tongue-in-cheek there. It's not too bad. And then they do Batman. Yeah. The less we talk about that, the better. I'm not a big fan of it, as you can see. Right. Very similar to their debut, but this has got a little bit more to it as well. I do like to play this album, though. So, again, there's not been much written about this album, but I did find a piece by the great reviewer and rock journalist Chris Welsh in Millimeter Maker. Where he enthused it was incredible and fulfilled the band's promise. He concluded, here is a collection of compositions and treatments that captures the Who essence, humour, nervous drive, violence, and praised every track. Rolling Stones' Steve Alford said in 1995 that the album's cheerful pop style has an authentic quality, like the trifles like Cobwebs and Strange, that there are reconciled obscurity, perfection. So let's have a look at the stars. So AllMusic gave it a 4.5. Encyclopedia Popular Music gave it 3 stars. Music Hound Rock 3.5 out of 5. Q gave it a 4-star. Rolling Stone a 4-star. Tom Hull a B+. Norwegian albums, it got to number 19. In the UK it was at number 4 and it got to number 67 on the US. So let's have a look at the nuts and bolts of this one. So, song quality. Yeah, I mean, some of the songs, their original songs are pretty cool, but Batman's terrible. Heatwave is just dire. Boris the Spider is not a favourite of mine, so I'm going to give that 3. Production. Pete hadn't got into his swing at all, and at this stage, of course. It's all right. Some of it sounds a little bit off in places, so I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5 as well. Reception went down really well. I mean, top 4 album in the UK. The press liked it, so I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. Cover design. I like this cover. It's very of the time, isn't it? 66. I like how they've gone for the sort of Yellow Submarine sort of cartoon caricatures of themselves. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 because I think it's a pretty iconic cover. So the grand total for A Quick One by The Who is 15. So today the Who have it by points. And I think I'm going to go with that as well. Even though it's got 2 rather bad covers on it, and Boris the Spider, I think they're both very good albums. They haven't really both bands haven't really hit their stride. But this one just edges it by a smidge. Only a smidge, and I mean that. A little, no bigger than that. So I'm going to go with The Who today. Okay, so the poll is already up in the posts on the old community. We'll be having a poll on this next week. No, it won't, this week on the live stream. And then Dave will give us the results next week. Okay, that's all for this one. So get voting. I think this is going to be a very tight contest this week. And I'll be back soon with Pick and Mix, and it's in the camera's view. And as this week was the 40th anniversary of Live Aid, I thought I would do Memories of Live Aid. So join me for that. Bye for now.